It's team of the season, guys, so head over to fifacoinsforsale.com and use my discount code GOONER to get yourself 6% off. What's up, guys? It's Gooners here, bringing you another team of the season squad builder. And you know what, guys, this squad is going to sit at roughly around 1 million of your ultimate team coins, but it does feature a lot of the recent team of the season players, and also, you know, it's got a lot of excitement and sweat for you guys as well if you like that kind of thing. So it features some players from the BPL, some players from Liga 1, and also some other Colombian players as well from Serie A, and also, you know, got Liga Posta 1 as well in there. You know, quite a lot to throw into the mix, so let's get into the squad. And guys, if this video can get to 200 likes, that'd be absolutely amazing. Go ham, smash that like button. Of course, make sure you follow me on Twitter, because you never know, like Sunday or Monday there will be pink slips coming, so make sure you get involved in that. So let's start off with the goalkeeper, and we've gone for an old favourite of mine, and that is Petr Cech. I could have thrown in his team of the season, but I didn't think it was worth the extra coins to put it over the million. I wanted to keep this squad under a million for you guys. And then I go to, you know, the first centre back, and I've got myself there, you know, David Luiz. So we move into David Luiz, and of course this is the £50 million kid now. He's going to be going across to PSG, and you know what, hopefully he'll get some informs next year on FIFA 15 when he goes across. He didn't get any for Chelsea. So we move to the left back, and we have ourselves there Pablo Aurier. You know, purely got him in there for that pace. You know, what you want is someone who's quick, not the tallest, you know, he does bum on a little bit as well, but if you want someone just to track back, you know, then he'll do a job for you. And also his nationality was vital. So what we're going to do now is move across to the league, and we're going to go and join up with, you know, this guy, team of the year Thiago Silva. And of course, we, you know, that's perfect, very topical as well, seeing of course David Luiz has now moved to PSG, who this guy plays for, so that will be their back line, or their two centre backs anyway, you'd think, unless they decide to play Luiz in midfield. But I'd expect he would play alongside Thiago Silva at the back. But Thiago Silva, a monster there, one of the best cards in the game at centre back. So we move across to the right back now, and we have ourselves Aurier there. You know, pretty cheap, 24k. You know, he's strong as an ox, fairly quick as well, decent in the air, decent defending, just a solid right back, worth the coin to me, worth the investment. Not the tallest though, but he doesn't have a high attack and work rate, which means he does like to defend, which is always vital for your defenders. We move now to the first CDM, and we have ourselves there Matuidi, team of the season Matuidi as well. You know, the best out of all his versions obviously, and 90 defending, 83 pace, 86 dribbling. You know, card face stats are awesome. He plays pretty well, not the tallest at 5'9", but he does a good enough job for me there, and is vital to this team. You need someone who's quick to run about. So now what we've got to do is we've got to go back now and come away from that, and then decide to go for nationality, and the rest of our players are going to feature from the same nationality. You know what, this squad, or Colombia, will be a threat in the World Cup, just due to, you know, how many decent players they've got. You can tell by the amount of informs, team of the seasons that they've got, that, you know, they're on form right now. And even though they're missing Falcao, they're going to be a threat, so they're going to be ones to watch out for. So anyway, the first of the Colombian players is Freddy Guarin. You know, decent on Ultimate Team. You'll see him in those, you know, Ibra sweat squads as the CDM. You know, he was there for me, did a job, and again, his card face stats are amazing. He hasn't got an inform or anything this year. It's a shame, because he'd be absolutely useful. But maybe you'll get one of those international man of the matches. You never know. But anyway, he's a decent guy to use and complements the squad really well. You know, high attack work rate, medium defensive work rate, but he's solid as a CDM and can contribute with that 82 shooting as well. You know, can get you goals. So now what we do is we come to the first of the cams, and the first one I've gone for is Muriel. You know, I've got him there, got him 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot, and does a job. You know, one of the sweatiest guys in the game right now. Doesn't cost you much at all. Link him with a barber, you're going to have lots of fun, but he does a job. He's vital. He's an outstanding player for me when I use him, and it's just worth so much more than his card value would suggest. So now we move to the first of the cams, and this is where we've got, you know, this guy, James Rodriguez, team of the season. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot. So it's not about his weak foot, but look at that, 94 passing, 90 shooting, 94 dribbling. You know, this guy is absolutely unreal in terms of his card face stats. You know, delivers, he plays a little bit better as a central cam, but still plays outstanding. You know, I want him on the right hand side with that left foot, which is key. You know, so that's great. Contribute goals and assists as well, which is tasty. Quite expensive at 200k though. And then we come to now, this is the main guy. This is the guy that inspired me to build the squad. And if you want to see a review of this, then drop a comment saying, like, you know, review him ASAP, or you know what, just whatever you want to say, just drop a comment anyway, saying, like, you know what, say Colombian Cartel. That's what I want you to say, Colombian Cartel, and we'll get a review out of this guy ASAP. You know, he's been labelled as the cheap Ibra. That is what they're saying, because, you know, look at that 89 pace, 90 shooting, 89 dribbling, 5-star skills is the key, and the 4-star weak foot thrown into the mix. You know, it was all about this guy for me. You know, got the most goals and assists combined. You know, most goals though, outstanding, 5'10". But there you go, guys. That is that 143k at the moment, and he only came out in the team of the year yesterday, or the team of the season yesterday rather. So now we moved up top, and we've got ourselves big old, you know, Jackson Martinez there, 6'1". I have reviewed him before, but I thought I'd get him back again. You know, contributed as well. You know, that pace, that shooting, that heading, you know, that all-round ability, 4-star weak foot and skill moves as well. Cost the same as Moreno. They go for around the same sort of price. But there you go, guys. Absolutely outstanding as a striker, you know, and Colombian as well. So there's the squad, guys. That is the squad. It's a hybrid squad. It will sit about roughly around $1 million for Ultimate Team coins. Expect prices to drop pretty soon, especially if they open or they release loads of crazy packs. You know, 100k packs could be out, but who knows what they're going to do. But right now it's worth roughly about $1 million of your Ultimate Team coins. And also, if you want to mix things up, of course you have this character on the bench who would fit perfectly up top if you prefer the quicker option, which is what I tried out a little bit, and it did help. Of course, you know, but what can I say about him? You know, this guy will get you goals and assists for days. He's just an absolute beast on the game. If you want to switch it up, make it a little bit less if you don't want to go for any of those more expensive players up top. So that's it, guys. That is the squad there. Let me know what you think. I rated it. They all get perfect chem, as you can see. And anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this squad builder, leave a like below, comment, subscribe, and as always, enjoy the goals.